treat you good all night.
So listen, we're on the Sunset Strip. Behind you is the Marquee.
Yes.
The Viper Room, Imagine Dragons,
Yep.
rocking it tonight. What do you like most about playing here?
You know, it's funny. So we're originally from Vegas, and I remember the first time we came here, we played at the Cat Club, and I remember walking down Sunset Strip, seeing the Viper Room, and just being, there's some like mystique about it, you know. That first time I saw it, I was just like, I have to play there. You know, that is just, I have to play there. Plus, it has a history, you know, that I won't go into because of the sad history. But you know, it's definitely got a vibe to it that is unlike anywhere else. And coming from Vegas, you know, there's quite a vibe to Vegas, but there's nothing like the Sunset Strip. The Viper Room is near and dear to our hearts. We've played here many times, and feels like home at this point. You know?
Okay, so tell me about the tell me about It's Time, because we're gonna do a little bit of cool music video stuff. How was that song written? What's it about? Talk to me about it.
Well, It's Time. I actually wrote it. Well, everything we write is very collaborative. It kind of happens in a band setting, but that one in particular, I remember the beat for it. I was just hitting on my table at my house, and I was just playing around with some distortions and different things, getting different drum noises, and came up with that beat, and it just felt right with the hand claps. And you know, we brought it to a band setting and kind of wrote itself. It was one of those songs that was just waiting to be written, I think. And as for the lyrics, you know, I always kind of tend to write about things that are, you know, special meaning, or I don't know. I think as an artist, you're always writing about your fears or the things that are most vulnerable for you, and those songs seem to be, you know, the truest songs. And that song is definitely very close to home. Has a lot of concepts that, you know, as a band we all kind of connected to, and you know, I don't know. It's definitely a very special song to us, and I feel like when people ask what song defines Imagine Dragons to this point, you know, I think it's that song.
Speak to me about guys on bikes with hats.
You know, they're almost always awesome. Every single one. And, you know, the bike is
That actually is a sweet bike.
pretty sweet.
Hey, where did you get that bike from? This bike. Where'd you get that bike from?
Venice.
It's dope.
Does it treat you good?
Yeah, it's alright. You guys are for bikes?
Well, no, I just, you know,
I want to get a cruiser.
Yeah. Is that a cruiser? That's like, it's like an ultra cruiser.
My guy, because I was in Venice, I might be cruising on the beaches more, but I moved out here, so it's kind of, it's weird looking out here, but it's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
So,
It actually fits in with the vibe very well. It's like sleek.
I actually got it there.
Yeah. I'm digging the vibe.
Raffle, it was a giveaway.
Oh, really? I was actually.
Hey, have you heard of Imagine Dragons?
I have not, but I'm sure I will.
These guys, they kick ass. These are two of the members right here.
What's up, guys? It's
Nice to meet you. Sorry to bother you on your bike.
Yeah, okay, weird.
It's a good looking bike.
Jason Burris from Figures Related tonight.
Yeah, we got all the best for you. Yeah.
Best of luck.
Right on, man. Appreciate it. Cool.
All right, catch you Imagine Dragons later.
All right, brother. Take care.
Later.
Peace.
It's just like that. Yeah, you make fans wherever you go.
Fans one at a time.
That's right.
One person. All I need is one person.
That's right. Actually,
To like Imagine
true
Dragons.
story. All our beginning shows, we would go out on the street and pass out flyers. You got to pay the dues, you know, and that is.
There's something very humbling about the flyer for a show. The handing of the flyer.
Yeah. Will you come see my band? You know, that definitely, you never feel cool because it's not like you're walking around and getting recognized. It's like you are the lowest of the low, handing out, you know. But you know what? That's what makes you a true, and that's true rock and roll. If you haven't handed out flyers, I don't know if I can relate to you as an artist.
If you haven't played for one person,
Yes.
like 5 people playing for one person in the audience,
That has happened.
you got
At the
some
very
work to do.
beginning, yes. Bird's Tiki Lounge. If you haven't played Bird's Tiki Lounge in Salt Lake City, and I don't even feel bad about saying it because it's out of the love of my heart. I love that place. But that was one of our very first shows. No tikis, dark, smelly.
One person.
One person.
Really?
Yeah, one
But
person.
was that-
I feel like it was the bartender.
No, it was like bartender and a person.
Yeah, but a very lonely person who was there on a weeknight by themselves, and we were like, all right, let's bring it for the one person. It was a good show.
Yeah.
We ended up having a good time. They had a good time.
Talk to
He
me.
had a good time.
He had a good. So listen, you know what's interesting is that a lot of people that are going to be watching this, nobody really understands how long the journey really takes, right? Because they just know you know, your song starts getting spun on the radio, and then there's this kind of perception of, you know, that the band just broke automatically.
Yeah, totally.
Can you talk to me a little bit about like how long have you guys been at it?
Yeah, so we've been together for 3 years, and in those 3 years, you know, we played, I don't know, we were trying to count it up the other day, but hundreds and hundreds of shows. And in the beginning, in fact, to make ends meet, we played cover gigs in Vegas, like 4 a week. We learned like, I don't know, like 40 songs that we would have to play, and we worked in our originals with it.
Give me some examples of some of the covers. What?
Everything from
Stones to Beatles to Led Zeppelin to Cure, Cars, Britney Spears.
Yes, we did do a Britney Spears Toxic, but it was a cool cover. You know,
The Red Line,
Yes.
Hot Chili Peppers,
yes. Cake. YouTube. You know, they said they wanted songs that people knew, so we tried to pick songs people knew that we really liked, which ended up being a lot of the 80s probably, and old school.
And this was this is a paid gig kind of. So
paid gig. You know, I feel like I don't know, Wayne says it better than me actually. What's that Plan B quote that you always say that I'm like, yes, that's what the musicianship is all about.
Yeah, like growing up and deciding that music would be my career, I never really had a plan B. I figured if you had a plan B, you weren't serious enough about, plan A. So I just kind of went for it. I think that's what everyone in this band has done. It's just kind of like we didn't really. Like if I had any other skill set, I would probably do that. If I could weld, I would probably be a welder. But this is my thing, so I just kind of deal with it. But it's great. I love it. I love every second of it. It's great when you find a job that you love so much. You don't really have to work. So you're lucky that way.
Yeah. What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't doing this? What would you be doing?
I wanted to go into the FBI. I really wanted to be in the FBI. I wanted to. That always was a dream of mine as I was young, but it came to a point where I can honestly say I felt like I couldn't do anything as good as I did music. And I wasn't saying a lot because I didn't feel like I was the best musician. I just felt like this is all I know how to do. It's all that brings me joy. I couldn't really understand having a life without creating music. And I feel like my only advice to any aspiring musician would be don't do music if you love music. Want to do music. Yeah, Wayne is the quote. Wayne is the man to do this, but don't do music if you want to do music. Do music if you have to do music. And I feel like that's something we live by. When you're on dirty couches all across the United States, sleeping on floors and eating Del Taco every day, all day, then you have to ask, you really, really have to love music. You have to do it, and that's the only way I feel like, real musicians can shine. You have to be about the art.
Okay. So fun or dumb?
Okay.
Bungee jumping.
Fun.
Video games.
Fun.
Strip clubs.
Not my thing. Dumb, yeah. Ambulances, necessary. But I want to say dumb right now. But I'm not gonna. He's probably going to save somebody's life.
Politics.
Dumb.
Dumb. Oh, you didn't think about that. They're dumb.
Okay, yeah, they're dumb.
Katy Perry.
Gotta
dumb. Yeah, we're not gonna try to be politically correct.
Okay, that's it, man. Thanks.
Well, I treat you good.